Oh, damn it. See, look at that. I was like, I got it, and then falls down. Gravity has betrayed me.
Gravity.
Wonderful. Okie dokie. Well, hi everybody. Welcome one and all. We're very excited to be here today. Welcome back to another exciting adventure into the lands of Barovia for Curse of Strahd. First and foremost, we've already been hanging out and talking for a bit, but I'm just trying to get the direction. There we go. It's a big welcome back to Kylah, who's been come back here after being on vacation. Woo! Kylah's here. Yay! Very happy to have Kylah here with us again to play Squally. However, you might also notice that we are 4 of us again, not 5. Unfortunately, Padon is sick today, so he's not going to be with us here. So I guess somebody's going to play Eren. Whoever wants to take that wheel is more than welcome to, because I believe, yeah, we do not have a sheet. And as well as David is also sick right now. So David is going to be kind of limited in just some communications, which is totally fine. And yeah, David, you're more than welcome to communicate however you want. If that's just like describing what you want to do, not having to play out scenes and stuff, you're welcome to do that. Yeah, I think that really there isn't much it's kind of going on to announce. I think the biggest things are just like if you guys are in Edmonton coming up in September, October, November, I'm going to be working in Dedmonton this year, which is an amazing haunted house experience. The people that are part of it are absolutely amazing, both on the production side and with the actors that I'm working with, because I'm one of the performers. Dedmonton, they moved their location, so they have a new permanent home, and it's really come together. It's really looking great. I believe I don't know the exact address for it, but yeah, they have it up on their website for Dedmonton. You can check it out. It's fantastic. Honestly, I think that's kind of it for announcements wise, which is really refreshing. Yeah, I think, yeah, I don't know if there's really anything else I need to talk about. Going into this, then I wanted to first ask, because obviously Kylah's been away for a little bit, but I also want to check and see with everybody if there's any character-based questions or anything based on the last little while here before going into kind of a recap of what kind of happened in the last session. I wanted to see if there's any questions that we have. Yeah.
I have 2 things. First, Padon said if someone can play him, he would appreciate it. I don't know if anyone else saw the text, but I don't know if he sent his stuff over either. I could play it if I have his stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody wants to take on that, it can. However, I don't think any of us have any recent things. I don't think he did send anything to that. So if anybody wants to reach out to him and ask.
I'm doing it right now.
Oh, okay. I started typing, but that's okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, I don't know. That's okay. And I just wanted to know if I had any hit points or spell slots used from last time.
No.
Yeah.
Nada. Cool.
Wonderful. Anybody else have any questions? No. The one thing for you, Kylah, I will let you know is that Squally had a level of exhaustion before. That was because of the or had 2 levels of exhaustion because of like the exertion going up of trying to go up to the abbot's place. You only have 1 level of exhaustion right now because you guys took a shortish rest, and then some of you guys stayed up because of certain events, and we'll talk about that. But you were able to stayed up, and then you recovered 1 level of exhaustion from that.
I did pass that on to Kylah. I also passed on the 2, as close as I could be, what was said at the lake twice. Just so you know.
Oh yeah, at the little pool. Yeah.
Yeah, the pool. Sorry, pool visit.
Wonderful. Yeah. Well. Wonderful. That's great to know. Okay. Well, if that is the case, let us dive back into the world of Curse of Strahd. And we're back. Never left. The last one we left off with our adventurers in the misty lands of Barovia. You had all journeyed in Ezmerelda de Avenir's wagon. You were inside of her phantom horse-drawn wagon, and you were there with Emil as well as Anna Krezkovia, the Baroness or the Burgomaster's wife, or Baroness, of the actual of the village of Krezk. And you guys were inspecting the place, noticing a few things. You noticed that Ezmerelda has her own Taroka deck. You guys found a map of Barovia inside. There was a lot of items that you guys had procured. Wystera had gotten a magical item for spellcasting wizard spells. There were weapons, and you guys also found a burnt journal entry that you had discovered from the tower. That was a journal entry for somebody. I believe that it was no like listed off like actual name for it. But in reading that and discovering like a lot of the like some individuals' history across Barovia and their tragic kind of like life experience. You guys had then returned to Krezk with Anna. Going there, however, you had discovered that the guards were concerned and worried because they had not seen the Burgomaster in some time. Anna went to her house to investigate. And she had discovered, and you had all seen, that Dmitry Krezkov, the Burgomaster of Krezk, had killed himself and hung himself in his home. You had all, in various ways, tended to Anna and to the situation, burying the Burgomaster in his family like grave plot. Eren had stayed up with the I believe Burgomaster is like kind of an open gendered term, but yeah, I think I'm say Baroness for some reason, but yeah, the Burgomaster, I mean, officially now with Anna. And all of you, with exception to two people, Wystera had gone to sleep during this, not really helping out in the whole funeral process, not really taking much of an interest in this, which caused Ezmerelda to take a silver sword that she had given you away. And also Emil, who was in his wolf form, not taking an interest in this as well. While this was going on, there was a discussion and a debate happening with Ezmerelda and Emil, where Emil had discussed the potential to allow for the people of Krezk to be able to defend themselves, which had the connotations and the direct, actual messaging of him biting people within the actual place and giving them lycanthropy to allow them to become werewolves. And Ezmerelda absolutely said this was a bad idea. This was a topic kind of dividing everybody in this position. Also, as was discussed, Squally had then worked as a medium again to speak to the weakened energies within the pool that are within Krezk that Irina speaks to when she is here. When you were all kind of figuring out what to do with Ezmerelda, Kari had given the potential idea for you guys to go back to the Wizard of Wines. She had expressed that this was something that you guys should stop running away from the things that you have been neglecting and stop trying to hide from the shame of failure in this process, and deciding to go there. And you guys were all kind of preparing to go up in the wagon and leave Krezk again. With Emil kind of walking outside of the wagon here. I'll also say, Sly, you got kind of chastised a little bit by Ezmerelda for saying, I will watch over him, and immediately leaving his side. But with all that being said, we're going to come back into this. Now, you guys are about to leave Krezk, but I do want to go to Squally for a couple of just knowing where Squally's head's at on a couple subjects, and also getting Squally's voice in the ideas of what is like potentially the pursuit right now. As it stands, you all are able to fit in the wagon together if you so choose. You guys can decide how you guys want to arrange, if you want to walk alongside the wagon, if you want to sit up in the front, if you guys want to sit inside. But I also want to, Squally, I want to know like where you stand on the topic and subject of the lycanthropy debate, just mentally kind of for yourself, and then also going into this where you guys want to be seating in the wagon or around the wagon. Oh, you're muted, I think. Can't hear you.
That doesn't help. The lycanthropy thing, you're saying that Emil wanted to use it, Kari was against it, and sorry, what is I didn't catch their argument.
Ezmerelda is fully against it.
Oh, sorry, Ezmerelda. Okay. Sorry, can you repeat the two sides of the debate, like the uses, or like the pro or con?
Yeah, absolutely. So Emil was expressing, like, there was a big expression that, and concern from Anna, that the people of Krezk are not in a position where they can really defend themselves. Seeing that from the mongrel folk attack and all of that, she's now seeing that. She didn't witness it, but she's about to kind of like see that full display. And also a concern about the abbot, because the abbot has a tremendous amount of power on this. That was also a debate that was struck, was deciding whether to go kill the abbot or to leave him alive. And everyone kind of decided it was like, they can kill the abbot later, we can go forward and go off to other things. Ezmerelda had a few talking points on that. With the lycanthropy, Emil was talking about giving people, like biting them so that they would have lycanthropy and essentially becoming immune to a lot of concerns that, you know, mortals have. But in doing so, Ezmerelda was expressing how like it's a disease. It's something that will permanently cause everyone to like become monsters. Like at certain points, will not be able to control it. It will become something that is leading to almost like a greater bloodlust and causing like essentially monsters within the entire community.
Okay.
Where Emil was talking about it in the way of strengthening the populace as well as strengthening his own pack.
Yeah, Squally would definitely be on the same page as Ezmerelda. I think mainly because of his understanding and his what's what I'm looking for, his devotion towards not only just nature, I want to say, and I'm trying just to articulate this as best as I can, but just his leaving things as is or respecting their wishes and what they want to do. Like he definitely has like a strong feeling against something being put onto them. But yeah, I feel as though he wouldn't want to change anything too much. I feel like we've already changed or done things that are, I don't know, not ideal for him or like really heartbreaking for him. So I have a feeling if he caused any more damage, like something like that, or like if he felt like he was a part of that, he would just be more broken than he already is. So yeah, does that all make sense?
Yeah, it absolutely does. Wonderful. Thanks for sharing that. With that being said, I want to know where you guys are now in and around the wagon. I want to know who's like riding it, who's in the front, where is everybody at?
Well, Wystera undaunted. She's certainly not being overtly flirty as she was, but undaunted, she hops into shotgun.
Okay. Wonderful.
Sly's gonna sit in the back, and is Emil in the wagon?
No, he's wolf form riding like going next to the wagon. He's not in it.
Oh, okay, okay. Um, okay. I forget. We don't know when he's gonna go like full bloodlust, right? We have no. We don't
Yeah,
know
I
like,
mean,
the
as far
timeline
as
of that.
yeah, none of you guys are like astronomers or sorry, astrologers. So none of you really kind of read anything. Yeah, none of you guys like walk on moons. But none of you guys study the actual stars. So nobody has really like taken like has the understanding to know cycles of the moon. Nobody really understands that tremendously. As far as you can probably tell, I mean, the moon at last point was kind of at the halfway marker. Like it was kind of like a half full, half new moon. So kind of watching that, you might have to see it at one point or another. But yeah, you don't have a scope of like the actual animalistic like when
And
that
is
will
this
happen.
one of the? Is it one of those things like in Avatar where if it's a new moon, he like gets super weak? Because like if it's a full moon, he's like crazy powerful. If it's a new moon, is he like weakened? Do we know this?
Go ahead
Or
and
is that
go ahead and make a
info?
nature check. Go ahead and make a nature check, Sly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good question.
Good question.
It's a good question. That's a terrible roll. That's a 5.
Dope.
That was a very good question.
Sly's
This
just
is
pondering this.
yes,
like,
just
"Ooh."
pondering this great dense question
Uh,
of nature and the potential workings of like of a curse within the actual scope of the
What
universe.
does it really mean to be cursed?
Um,
Okay, Sly's gonna sit closer to the door of the wagon.
okay.
Yeah. Also, Kylah, this is from a
Ooh.
long time ago. I don't know if I told you this when I played Squally like a long time ago. I have here marked that we found a remove curse spell scroll.
Oh,
I don't know if I ever told you that, and I'm sorry if I didn't, but
you did not.
Squally does have that, and when Liam mentioned curse, that just clicked in my brain.
Squally has a remove spell curse.
A remove curse is the title of the spell scroll you have.
Man, I strongly feel that you should use that. Mine's kind of cool. I don't mind mine. But if we could get your curse removed, that would be dope. Although we still don't know much about
We don't really know like the
Eren's
negative.
curse because
That's
it's all
true.
in his brain. We don't know anything.
That's true. And also, Slides just makes him go into like a rage, which is like barbarian stuff, really.
I
But
know, but you keep out of
just
control, man.
Okay.
it just makes me want to kill stuff that's already dead. So it's like stuff that's trying to kill us. I just really want
Till
to
you
kill it.
almost died because of it.
Yeah, but that's any barbarian, really.
Before I decide where I'm sitting, sorry, just to move forward. Did Kari and Squally get to talk a little bit more about what the pool said to me? Dad wrote down everything and I have it, but I'm just curious if we got to talk to a little bit more about it.
Not really one-on-one kind of. The two of them, I mean, what happened was the conversation got to talking about the points because both Squally and Kari, because Kari made the notes on it, that was fun to hunt down, made the notes on what was talked about. So the discussion of this, like the point and the star and the sword, it was essentially like deducing that what the pool knows about the sword location, or at least knows about the sword enough, and was like, oh, this same sword is the one that's referenced for the hooded man, like the hooded one. So that was the biggest thing that you both kind of talked about and agreed on, was like, okay, that same sword is the one from the reading.
And is the pool the same one that Ishnak's sister was talking to? No. Yes?
Yeah, it's the same one that Irina's talking to. The name of the
Irina,
guy.
thank you.
Sorry, my brain is just like with names.
I know this is far stuff away, but it was the same pool that Irina was talking
Ismark.
to.
Ismark's name. Yeah, it's Ismark. sister.
Interesting. Okay, I would like to sit next to Kari then, so I can converse if we have time.
Oh yeah, you got plenty of time if you guys are traveling all the way to Wizard of Wands. Yeah.
I have questions.
Great. Kari will sit with you. Eren's gonna sit with you guys, kind of sitting close to Sly, but at times Eren will be subtly conversing with something. So I want Wystera, because you are in the front, I want you to roll. I want you to roll 2 d20s for me. Tell me what you
All
get.
right. Okay. Nat 20,
Wonderful.
18.
Not
Wow.
20 and an 18?
I should
Very
be
good.
sick more often.
Oh, you should. You absolutely should, for my sake. You look at
Just
something
watch. It's a
quickly.
reversal day for our DM.
Very good.
The higher you roll, the more you die.
Let's see something. Okay, now you guys are in the daytime part, so that's very good. I just want to know one thing here. It's very important for me to get this connection on this. Geez, you rolled an 18 and a natural 20. That's crazy. Okay. Hey, yeah, might as well do it. Let's do it. Let's have fun. Okay. Motherfucker. Okay. So, you guys riding along the road, at a certain point, Wystera, you notice, going in the opposite direction of you, at a certain point in the woods, like in the faint light, dim light that you can see, there is a shadowed figure, or this like kind of spectral form riding in along the road, that's coming in the opposite direction of you. Ezmerelda kind of gives it like space to move off to the side because you're on the main road, you have room. But coming your direction, you can see that there is a skeletal figure riding on a skeletal horse, and they are beginning to gallop in your direction.
I immediately tell Ezmerelda.
She immediately goes, "Yes, I see it, I see it."
I have my crossbow sort of just you know how it hangs by my side. I just or is it on my back? It's probably on my back. I pull it around so it doesn't look all that obvious, but so that it's kind of ready.
Nice. As you are just as this thing is just riding in your direction, you see it coming up closer and closer. And as it begins to go, it kind of gets closer to the horses, and then it gets closer to the carriage, and then it just kind of passes right by you and just keeps going. Flips off into the away from you guys.
Huh.
Yeah, going closer to the wall of mist.
Well, Mr. is sort of interested that Ezmerelda clearly didn't feel this was an issue. So, but Wystera puts her crossbow back and sort of looks at Ezmerelda to see if she's going to say anything, but she's not going to push her.
All Ezmerelda says, because she's not looking at you, but she can feel the heat of your stare. All she kind of utters to you in this moment, because she's not, again, she doesn't have to really guide the horses. They kind of go on their own. She just moves them, like, just when something's kind of approaching this, they kind of readjust. And she just says, "We're not the only ones trapped here. Or at least, you're not." And just continue to go. I can't hear you.
I settle back and I kind of play with this red and black ring that I've got.
Okay. You all begin to make your way to the winery, getting about halfway there. At this time, Kari is able to talk with you, Squally.
Sorry. Do you have any idea who the pool meant by her?
Like, for protection, you mean? Like, is that what you're, like, talking about?
Yeah, when he kept saying keep her safe. Do you think he specifically meant the blade or someone else? I just keep having this flashback of Irina in the pool and how the pool was protecting her and holding her up. I worry that he's not just talking about the blade. I don't know. I wanted your thoughts.
Well, I don't think he's talking about the blade. I don't necessarily think that's the case, but I mean, I was thinking Anna was the case with it, but I mean, it makes sense that it would be Irina if she's been talking to it. Yeah, for a while. I mean, I don't know.
Thing was, it was saying that it had lost its memory, right? But when I saw Irina talking to the pool, she was completely not herself either. It was almost as if it was sucking the memory out of her, which confused me. If they're both losing their memory, I'm not sure it was. I don't know. I have a weird feeling about it.
Like a good or a bad feeling? Is it a good weird or a bad weird?
It's uncomfortable weird.
Okay.
It felt, the first time I saw it and the first time I saw Irina with the pool, it felt manipulative.
How do you mean?
I mean, it in the way that it was controlling her and causing her to, I don't know, not be herself anymore. It was draining. Also, can I make a retroactive roll to find out if the pool was telling me the truth, or like if I felt like it was telling me the truth?
This would be an insight check, but it's going to be with intelligence modifier, not wisdom, because it's off of memory and not in the immediate impulse.
Fair enough. How does 19 work?
And the 19 works pretty good. I think that's pretty good. So, and you're asking about the truth in what it was saying to Irina.
And what it was saying to me when I talked to it last session.
Oh, yeah.
Saying
that
that
was
my memory.
Yeah, you're talking about its own memory being like gone. You don't think it's a lie. You actually do think that is a truth. You think that the fact with its memory, though, is not having to do with siphoning someone's memory. That doesn't feel like the energy. The siphoning doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like a siphoner, because if it was, you were talking to it at the same time and you're fine. You think that the loss of memory comes from the fact that the pool is not as full as it was because they used the water to douse the flames that were scorching the fire that was around. You think that the pool is losing its energy because it had to be, like actually like pulled from and then used. So you think that the pool is just losing a substantial amount of its power in order to save other people.
And okay, now I'd like to double check that what I wrote in, okay. I do remember how off Irina was when she was talking to the water, for sure. Was the water at that point, the water was full?
The first time you would have noticed it, the water was pretty full. Yeah, the pool was
Irina?
full. Yeah.
Okay. Back to Kari. I do recall that Irina, she was infatuated with the water too, in a way. And it's a parallel between what the pool was telling me and how I saw her. And the pool seems to be infatuated with the sword. I just can't find the relation.
Between Irina and the pool, and then the pool and the sword, like how those are connected.
Indeed.
Oh god, this is all like, it's all like bookwork. Okay.
I know, and then it says something about a champion and a dragon must be laid to rest to be renewed, and I don't know, I feel like we're leaving and there's unfinished business with that pool. It's unfortunate, but maybe we can go back at some point. It's gonna eat away at me.
I don't know, because it's like if we, this is the problem, we keep doubling back on everything. And I feel as if going back would be, I mean, we could probably solve some stuff, but like I feel like if there is some kind of thing with that, I mean, what are we supposed to learn from this thing that could be losing its memory? What are we supposed to learn from this thing? We could keep asking it. I mean, but then you can keep doing it if you feel up to it, like talking to it. I don't want to say no.
It's more, I want to help Irina. I feel we do have a relationship there. I understand what you mean, of course.
No, you're right. I mean, you're right. I'm looking at it in very just. Go ahead and make an insight check on Kari.
Ooh. Okie dicks. That'll be a net 20. Making it
Jesus Christ.
a 26.
David is the ultimate cheerleader. You're getting a sense with Kari. There's something eating away at Kari right now. There's something tremendously that's bothering Kari, and you think it's like multiple. You think she's got like a brain overload on multiple different tasks all at once, and there are so many different things she's trying to think about all at once, and trying very carefully not to express everything she's feeling in present company. You feel as if Kari's holding on to 7, maybe if you're like whittling it down, 4 plates at once. You think that she is trying to balance the workload of a bunch of different tasks. You know for a fact that she's concerned about her brother. But there are different concerns that are brought onto it. I'm going to say this on a nat 20. This is very good, because you will notice some stuff here. Go with a 19 insight with your intelligence and a natural 20 in your regular insight. I think that Squally's senses are acute right now. I feel as if that Squally is really starting to pay attention to everybody at this point. You will have noticed that Kari, during the last few moments of what was going on, was looking at one person in your guys' group specifically and looking to them. Kari was looking to Eren.
Okay. What kind of look?
When I'm saying looking to, I mean looking for guidance. Kari is not looking to anyone else in that same capacity. Doesn't look to Wystera for that. Doesn't look to Sly for it. Doesn't even look to you for it. Confides in you, yes, and feels comfortable confiding in you. But there is nobody else that she looks to. The only other person that she's kind of looked to in that is Ezmerelda.
Do I get the sense that that has to do with his philosophy, like meaning his loss of the, what are they called? His ancestral guiders. Is she feeling a relationship, like a connection there? Is she feeling lost essentially in her own guidance?
You don't think, okay, so you wouldn't necessarily think that the loss comes, you do think that she is looking for answers and guidance. She's looking because she does feel lost.
Mhm.
You think she's looking specifically for a leader. And you don't think it's because of the ancestral thing or the spiritual thing. You think she's just actually looking for someone to lead you guys, because she feels that there is a fracturing that's happening here, and Eren is seemingly fracturing with all of you. If you remember from when Eren was giving his speech in Valaki, when he was speaking out to Fiona Vochter, that Eren is not the Eren that you guys have had recently. He's not as openly spoken with that, at least not in the same perception, not in the same mentality that he had before.
Was that before or after he died?
That was way before.
Exactly. So okay. I have a question. Squally definitely feels like he has never truly been able to connect with Kari, and he also is still feeling weird about getting yelled at. And I think in this moment, he would want to show empathy if he's getting a sense of how she's feeling. And I'm wondering if it's possible to use my color changes to show Kari that I'm empathetic without using too many words, but also just kind of, you know
exactly what you're talking about. Go ahead and make a performance check adding your wisdom modifier, not your charisma modifier.
Okay. $14.
So, Squally, you do something that I think is quite interesting here. You're communicating somebody through nonverbal means in a capacity that is doing a subtle change within yourself so that they can feel the comfort and knowing not just that you're on their side, but that you're listening and taking them in as well. I want to know, I will let you know, first of all, while not like an overly emotional success, one that, tightens that complete bond of like, kinship that one would have like with siblings or family.
Yeah, I'm not looking to make anything huge, just that small gesture to comfort.
Mm-hmm. You make this gesture here, and I want to just know, because it does succeed. And I want to know what colors that you take on for this to express this.
So I think, and you can correct me, but with emotions, my colors are like like already down pat. But my thought is, and this might be totally dumb, but I think it would be really cool if I can mimic an aura almost color. And it doesn't have to be fully seen. Like it doesn't have to be the actual color, but if it could mimic like, and it doesn't need to be like, you know, what the aura is or what the color is, but I kind of want to just mimic what I'm seeing in her. Like mimicry. Oh my gosh, can I use my mimicry? This is cool.
Do you want to roll with advantage to add the mimicry effect on this shit?
Yes, please.
Yeah, try to roll again and see if it's higher than the 14.
I think that would be so cool. Okay, it's 19, so it is higher.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Remember what I said before about that whole like kinship thing, that sibling thing? Immediately, like you. So, okay, shit. So you emanating with your cloak here, the silver lining that comes with it creates this kind of like outreaching like halo effect here. And you're mimicking what exactly again? Say it again, because like I'm
Just her aura, like her being. I'm trying to mimic that to her to show understanding and empathy.
so with Kari's. So Kari wears a mithril chain mail set. The silver that you have kind of emanates the similar metal, but emanating from it is also this like salmon pinkish glow, similar to the red mist that she creates at the same process. Your feathers take on also faintly a mistful sheen to them. Nothing that is of a harsh tone, but similar to that of this religious devotion she has, while not compromising the self. Because you know that Kari is so powerful when it comes to independent presence. But it is also a reflection of how she is being guided by someone who is given this opportunity of power. And so you emanate that and show it. And what you see in Kari is in this stammering of trying to figure these things out. She's like, I think that we're just pushing ourselves in this moment and like we're just spread out too thin. She kind of looks at you, catches you, and just stops and starts to cry.
Yeah.
And she becomes overwhelmed with emotion. And she just kind of like stops for a moment and says, I'm so sorry. I don't know what we're doing exactly or what everything is. I feel like we're missing so much. There's so many things we have to do. And we're not on the ball. And I feel like we're just missing that. And I don't know.
My hand reaches, or my wing kind of just touches her leg. I'm assuming we're sitting right next to each other.
Yeah.
So just kind of puts it on. And I just say, we don't have a straight path. We've taken so many paths that have come to us, and it is completely overwhelming. I know for myself, I'm taking every clue that I find and thinking it'll be the right one, but it is difficult, and we're in a crappy place with no guidance, with crappy things going on. I don't know how else to explain it other than it's all hard and crappy, and that's it. That's all. I understand. I also don't know who to turn to or who. It's easy to feel like we want someone to tell us to do something, but on the other hand, I don't feel like we can do it without all of us. If this makes sense, in the sense that we all need to put input in to lead, but we need a leader. I don't know how to articulate it well enough to say that we are important in this. We are together in this. But it feels like something is missing. Do you relate?
Yeah, I do. I do. I feel like the biggest thing that we are, I mean, look, if we're gonna really get in on this, like talk about it, I think the biggest thing we're facing is that we are facing a bunch of things that are falling under the power of one person. It may be by direct circumstances or not, and we're figuring that out now, but everything points to him. And we have no idea what the scope of it is. And I feel like that's where everybody gets us at a disadvantage. It's because we don't have that connection, that we don't have that that trust or that philosophy in it. I mean, Kari turns and says, Sly, what do you feel about this? I mean, I don't know, like, how, I don't know how to say it. I feel as if we've all like separated and disconnected. I feel as if, like, are you genuinely interested in this, or do you just have fun with it? I mean, you put yourself out there a lot of the time, but you also get caught up in a lot of stuff. Like, is what I mean. It's like, are we just getting caught in our own things? I mean, Eren, you too. I mean, I just feel like we're all caught in our own ideas or mentalities and thoughts, and we're not with each other. And I mean, she gestures out to the front of the cabin over there, directionally towards Wystera. I mean, yeah, what do you think?
Look, you're still young. You're still figuring this all out. Not every adventure, not every journey is going to be for the noble cause. Sometimes you go along with the punches because it's just what you have to do. In the end, you still keep going for the battle that you're really after. Right now, we're on the quest wherever Ezmerelda is taking us to. Oh shoot! I totally forgot where we're going now. Crap! What's the name of the town?
Wizard of Wine.
The Wizard of Wines. Right. we don't go on these battles or these journeys for fun. If you're here for fun, find a different hobby. We're here because it's something we have to do. And Sly just keeps looking out kind of after Emil.
I think it's easy, Kari, for us to be quite hard on ourselves, given the tasks we've been doing, sent on, otherwise. I think what matters is we're trying. We're really trying. How do you feel, Eren?
Yeah, I feel like it's difficult. It is. I feel like we are. I agree. I think we are trying. I feel like the trick of like representing what you think is right and what you think is necessary, like what you believe is to be like a true, like fighting for something true, like good and justice is right. And I think that protecting people is important. And I think we've made mistakes and we've made circumstances maybe not worse, but we've definitely made bad calls. And I get on myself with that. And I don't know if I'm at the place where I'm ready for things, but we're still trying. We're still with each other, and we're not blind to anything that would make us feel we're not learning. We're learning, and we're allowing that to kind of propel us somewhere. I do think something's missing, but there's still something that makes me think that we can still make it through this and figure everything, at least everything out, maybe some of it out, and we can do that together. Because even with things like going as rough as they are, I don't think we're going to be like separated completely from each other. I don't know.
I feel as though even though we have been within ourselves and focusing on what's going on in our own minds, you're completely right, though. I don't see us finishing this any other way but with each other. Do I see any change in Kari or like reassurance after Eren talks?
Kari's a little nervous. I mean, she shows a little bit with like Sly's, what Sly kind of expressed. She's a little unsure about what it is he's talking about, but she does feel a calmness when Eren does speak. And by calmness, I mean that, again, it kind of reasserts her that, yes, this person has a scope and understanding. And is, even if it is limited by a circumstance or does have that thing of saying, I'm not fully realized either, she's not fully realized too. And so she's receptive to that as well. There is still some hesitancy when seeing Sly's focus change, but that's kind of it. And Eren kind of expresses, I mean, you know, the other thing too is like, we never gave ourselves like, you know, a name. Like we didn't do that. I know I like when like adventurers would come through my like village, they would say we're part of this like whole band or whatever, but like we don't have that. So we really kind of like are ourselves. We're us, and we're not held to that kind of stat. Like Sly's right. We're not held to a name that passes ideals or whatever. We're us. And I don't think that's bad.
I kind of look to Kari. It might help to have something similar between us all, like a group name. Does anyone have any ideas?
Oh man, I'm not good at that. I don't know.
Sly, your creative skill. I say this as deadpan as possible. Your creative skills are admirable. Any ideas?
That's supposed to be a shot at the dress.
No.
And Eren just goes, the dress. You are the one who is like our our artistic person. You're kind of like our brander in a way. Like you could make like a uniform for us. You can make a uniform for us. Like, what do you think if we were like a team, what would our team uniform be?
Something with leather.
Lots of it. Okay, in my past experiences, naming the group means nothing. It doesn't mean we're gonna stick it out. There have been groups where I was tagging along, where just because they had a name doesn't mean they dropped you at the first sign of trouble.
I feel we've shown each other that that's not the case already, though. I think
Gotten this far without a name. Does it really matter?
it does. In a moment of disarray, I want to do a persuasion on this, Sly. In a moment, I'm gonna freaking get to you.
You're gonna get to Sly with it?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, what am I gonna say? I'm gonna be like,
I will say while you think of what to say, and please, you know what? Let's open it up to a social combat roll. But we're gonna do this. Sly, you're gonna roll an intimidation check, and Squally, you roll a persuasion check. We're gonna see this. But yeah, think about what you say to each other in this moment.
Okay, what was that? Okay.
okay, we haven't left each other yet, and in fact, not only haven't we left each other, we haven't let each other die, and I feel like that's pretty important. I mean, you and I
we're
directly are affected by this. They've never left us behind, and I feel in times of uncertainty, or when you're lost, or you're feeling alone, it's important to have not only a sense of community, but something to bond over. It doesn't have to be a name. It could be a name, but it could just be a mutual understanding, some sort of empathy among us that we are trying. I think it's important, Sly, and I don't think you need to be so self-centered that you can't see that we're struggling. And we also need you. And I think you also need us.
That was really good. I would actually give you advantage off that shit.
What am I rolling? Am I rolling performance?
I would get a retort.
Well, Sly, you gotta
Okay, bro.
back that up with some shit. And if you can give me some shit
Okay.
that's that good, we'll give you advantage too.
Persuasion or performance?
It's gonna be a persuasion check.
I already rolled.
Just what? Okay.
You can go.
Just because we're all still here doesn't mean we haven't died. Over half our group has died, and we stuck it out despite having a name. And having a name is just going to make it more difficult when who knows how many more times we can go and get lucky enough to bring someone back. And giving it a name is just going to make it hurt more when it's gone. Sly picks up a twig. I have a twig. I tell you this twig's name is Steve. And now Steve is gone. And it hurts slightly more that I named it.
Isn't that pain what makes this worth it? Where is your...
But I'm not saying that we don't stick it out. I'm saying we've stuck it out. And just in the off chance something does go wrong, and we can't, it's going to make it a whole lot easier to keep fighting if we're not constantly reminded that that team and that name is a part of it's gone.
Hmm.
Do I have to roll now? What am I
I
rolling?
will let you roll intimidation, not with advantage, but I will
Yeah,
give you a plus.
that was-
I will give you a +1 bonus in honor of Steve the pencil. I will give you that.
I love how
You
you
use the
used
prop.
So I get +1
stick it
intimidate.
out. I was like, well, your stick is gone, so you can't stick it out. That's okay.
+1 bonus to your
Yeah,
roll.
intimidation.
Intimidation.
Yeah, that spiel wasn't as good as Kylah's.
Thank you.
That's a, what'd you roll?
You go first.
16.
18.
Oh!
I rolled it and I was like,
So here's what I will say with an 18.
I rolled an 18 and a 4, by the way.
And I'm down a
18.
good pencil now.
18 and a 4.
18 and a 4. Oh, is it stupid
So-
damage?
So here is what I will say. In this moment of social combat, Sly, the words of Squally do ring into your heart quite truly. Now, it is a minor success. So what I will say as a minor success is that you do still acknowledge the truth of the fact that, yes, you have all died and you have failed and you have brought these moments in together. And it's been a rocky road, especially. But there is a part of Sly that I think is moved by, I don't say moved emotionally, but there's something that is brought on with an understanding. I will let you decide what it is that resonates mostly with Sly to let him come onto this decision. I will allow you to think on that as you hear a gunshot come from the front of...
Wait, does Squally decide what
wagon.
the thing is? Does Squally decide which part resonates with me, or do I?
Well, you know what? I will say...
Because, like, if you give a speech and you're like, this part resonates with you.
Sure,
That's
I'll
not
say...
how
Well,
she-
here's what I'll
that's
say.
not
I'll say...
But I don't
I'll
want
say
to do that.
both of you... I mean, I will say both of you can think on this. We'll have this be a collaborative thing. Squally, on a minor success, what's the one thing you're hoping that Sly takes from it? And then we'll say how Sly does take that and interprets it.
I want him to feel like he is not alone and he can be a part of a team. I think me saying what I said about something that brings us together as a community does resonate with him.
Okay, I was gonna say the part. Am I saying what's...
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say the
sure.
part that resonated with Sly was when you said that even though we've died, we've come back and haven't let the others die. And like in the past, Sly's kind of like what you said, where he's been alone because like in his past he was like always the outsider and always like the outcast, so he didn't want to get attached to things because he's been like flaked off or like the whipping boy and stuff. So when you were like, hey, we've stuck it out, we've been there for each other to like help people up, it was like his heart grew a size.
His heart drew 3 times that day.
Yeah, so that we're not just friends, we're family.
It's true.
And then I will say, you guys then hear a gunshot coming from the front of the wagon as you guys begin to approach your destination. We're gonna come back from a break right after that. Giving Sly potentially the task of being the collaborative designer for the group. And
I have to come up with a name or an outfit.
I have some names ideas already.
All right, I'll give us a pause right here. We'll be right back here, guys. Nice. All righty, there we go again. Now, right before we start up, I did want to say something, and I wanted to say this publicly just because it's something that I've changed up a little bit here in a reward system. What is it recently? Because all of my games consist of like milestone level ups. That's what we always do for this game. But we have experience points being something that we can allow to be put towards purchasable feats. Now, this is something that I've actually gotten down to a system recently due to the community campaign that I run. So I will be distributing this out to all of you guys. But as an example of it, I do have a little bit of an experience points bonus for people when they do what I consider to be moments where they deepen the interpersonal relationships between their character and another player character, like not just NPCs. So for Squally, Kylah, you can feel free to give yourself an extra 250 experience points on for that thing with Kari.
I'm actually pretty stoked about that because I feel like Squally's whole hermit thing was to like meet people and like understand people, and the fact that he was able to be like empathetic in like a magical way was super dope.
Yeah, and I'm very glad I could give you a numerical value to that. To that.
Thank you.
This huge character moment is worth, and that is worth this exact
Wystera
amount.
is leaking experience points.
Oh yeah, we will get to everybody else. Everybody's got a couple of fun little bonuses coming their way after today. But right now we're gonna deal with what that gunshot was. What was that?
What was that?
You can see on the front as you guys are going down the road, going again the winding tight path that gets to the Wizard of Wines. You emerge outwards, and you can see coming from the actual winery, like as it goes downhill, you can see that there are wolves rushing from that area, and about 4 or 5 of them like kind of like locked down and set right in front of you guys. And then there are another 5 behind. So there's like a total of 9 wolves here, and they're beginning to make their way towards you guys. Ezmerelda fired a shot and wounded one of the wolves, and immediately says to you, all right, now would be a very good time for us to use some of our arsenal. You guys get to go first because Ezmerelda leaded you guys in the initiative. So go ahead, Wystera, if you want to do anything.
Yeah, absolutely. I will pull out my crossbow with the regular bolts. And I'd like to take a shot at the wolf that Ezmerelda just wounded, if I could.
Now, you're using the hand crossbow has been changed out to a light crossbow, correct?
Correct.
So you are not rolling a d6 for damage for this one. You're rolling a d8 if you hit.
Correct. Thank you.
Go ahead and roll an attack. Oh, gravity.
17.
That hits.
Right on. And switch, I have them right here. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. That is a... And I have written down +1 attack bonus.
So it should be a D8 plus your Dex mod.
And then after that, yes, I have that. And then it says +1 attack bonus. What was that about?
That shouldn't be anything for this crossbow. There's nothing with that crossbow.
Okay.
You get a bonus to your with the magical stuff, like +1 to attack and damage with, or +1 for your spell attack bonuses, and then you get a +1 to your like saving throws for wizard spells. But there's no magical bonus with this, and there's no magical ammunition with it either.
Yep. Okay. Apologies. I try to write notes to myself and then they don't make any sense. Anyway, 6 damage.
Oh, perfect amount. This creature with the gunshot wound and with the bolt in its body, this one wolf drops. Immediately rushing up, Emil kind of comes from a little bit emerging from his wolf form at this point, and Ezmerelda just kind of looks at him as she's like kind of putting the musket aside. She's just like, "Are these friends of yours?" And he just says, and he just looks at them and he says, "You think I'd do this if they were?" And he rushes towards them and he's going to lay 2 attacks on them. First one misses, and I believe second one hits. Yeah, second one hits. He runs over to it in his kind of hybrid form now. And the first one, he kind of like plants himself on the ground. The other one comes around and rakes it on the side. He gets 5 points of damage on that one. All right, now the rest of you guys are able to act. The people that can get out of the wagon fastest are Sly and Squally. You two are able to get out faster than the rest of you. So you would actually be able to commit an action here in this moment.
6. Sly's gonna how many wolves are there?
There are 8 now.
Cool. Sly's gonna jump out, draw his dagger and sword, and lunge at the nearest wolf.
Sounds good.
Let's see. I'll do 2 attacks with my sword, and then 1 with the dagger.
Sounds good.
Off. Right, the first one gets a 5.
Nope.
13.
That hits.
That's cocked. And that's a 23 with the dagger.
That hits as well. So 2 hits on these things.
Hit. First attack. Sword. It's not a whole lot. 5 damage with the sword.
Okay.
And 2 damage with the dagger.
All right.
Oh, shit,
Not a
today.
lot in isolation, but together you're able to use the sword to pin the wolf, and then you're able to scrape in the dagger and pull it right to the creature's throat, lightly cutting it so it bleeds out. That wolf is dead. All righty. Squally, your turn.
Okay, no, I hop out. It's been a day since I used the Crusader's Mantle, right? I used it with the 17 wolves, so I can use it again.
If you want to, yeah, you can use it.
I would like to. So everyone, if you use a weapon attack, and I'll announce this as well, you get to deal an extra 1d4 radiant damage.
On any weapon?
Yeah,
attack?
any weapon attack.
Sick.
Nice.
Yeah, 1 extra 1d4. Can I use my bonus action to cast spiritual weapon as well?
Yeah, is Crusader's Mantle a bonus action, though?
I don't know. You didn't tell me. You just gave me Crusader's Mantle, concentration, 1 minute, 30-foot radius once per day.
Yes, and then you'll have to look up the spell for yourself, because now that is a permanent spell you have with your spell casting. Let's see here.
Oh, I thought it was just addition to the hammer.
No, it is a spell. It's an action, it's concentration. Yeah, so it's an action. Okay, you
I found it. Thank
Casting
you.
a spell. This is the thing. Trying to see if casting the spell. Give me 1 second. Because I don't want to. Casting another spell. I just don't know if you can cast the spell. Because you cast a spell through the item. I don't know if you can cast a spell
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
like a second one.
Yeah. No, that's
So I
totally
don't think you can do
understandable.
that. You could cast a cantrip if it's a bonus action, but
Yeah, you know what? Sure. Why don't we hit some Sacred Flame?
I think that's an action.
Sacred Flame? That's a cantrip.
Yeah. No, but it's an action. It's not a bonus action cantrip.
I see. Then no, I have nothing left to do.
Okay, sounds good. All right, so casting up that. Yeah, I think that it is casting through something else. I don't know if it can if you can cast a spell through an item and then do another one, because I think it's still the same. Anyway,
Does Word of Radiance, same thing?
if it's an action casting time, then yes.
Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. I understand. Thank you so much for explaining that. I see.
No problem. Okay, so the wolves that are coming up here, they see all of this. There are 7 of them. We're gonna get 2 of them on they're gonna go 4 of them are gonna go to Sly and Emil. 1 will go to Squally, 1 will go to Ezmerelda, 1 will go to Wystera. Wystera first. Cocked. Wystera, that's 14 to hit.
Correct. Yep, hits.
Okay, Ezmerelda missed. And Squally, I don't think a 8's gonna hit you.
No, it's not. Yay.
Okay. Wystera, you take 10 points of piercing damage as that wolf bites right into your like Achilles tendon. I need you to make a strength saving throw, please.
I scream at it as loud as I can. I'm pissed. Sorry, what did you just ask me to do?
Strength saving throw.
8.
You go prone. You scream and you fall down onto the cart. I'm gonna cause Ezmerelda. Oh yeah, Ezmerelda, like immediately you fall back and kind of bang your head right on her mechanical foot, but she's solid on the ground. She's not able like moving away off of this thing. She's keeping the height advantage on herself.
Yeah.
So she's good. She just looks at you and says, "Might want to mind where you're falling there." Almost turned Irish for a second. You might want to wind where you're falling right there. Let's see. All right, the ones on you, Sly, are going to get advantage. That's a 15 to hit.
Yep.
And that's a modded 20 to hit.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and make 2 strength saving throws for me, please.
Said 2?
Yeah, 2.
Yep. First one's a nat 20.
Yeah.
And second one's a nat 1.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice. Okay. You take 13 points of piercing damage, and I don't believe you went into a rage, so
No.
that's not halved. So you feel these creatures bite into you on your shoulder, and the other one like bite right into kind of like your thigh muscle and seizes, and you just kind of like fall right back. I'm just gonna roll to see if these creatures hit Emil, not because they'll do damage, but they might knock him prone. One of them hits, and Emil's fine. Yeah, he's not getting any damage from these things. You can see as you fall down from them, these wolves have the blue light emanating from their eyes. Okay. Let's see here. It goes back to you guys here. Ezmerelda is going to take immediately 2 swings with her hand axe on these guys. Natural 18. Natural 18. Hell yes. Ooh, baby. That's very good. 8. Nice. 8 and 7. She just takes the hand axe, racks it across, cuts off one ear, and then cuts off the side of the one wolf's head. So that one's gone. Squally, Wystera, and Sly. You guys have your turns. I'm just gonna roll for Emil. He hits one time again. Not too bad. All right. What are you guys doing?
I think Wystera goes first, right? Does it matter?
Yeah. Did we assume, DM, that when I got the silver short sword taken away from me, that I then picked up my long sword again?
Your rapier?
Rapier?
I mean, oh, did you have a rapier or was it a longsword?
No, it was a long sword.
Here's the thing. I don't know if you would have done that. I don't know if it was kind of like of that mentality for yourself. I mean, but you can totally make a justification for it if you would have.
Yeah, I don't think I will make a justification for it. I think Wystera just fucked that up.
Sure. You can pull the short sword away from Ezmerelda as you're right by her foot.
Oh, I'm not pulling that shit on it, Ezmerelda. No way.
You don't.
I'm
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna pull out my scarecrow claws. Remember those?
I do. Oh shit.
'Cause I am fucking mad.
Oh shit.
2d4
Yeah.
slashing. So I'll go
Oh,
for this fucker that bit my. I'm assuming he's right next to me, on top of me or something. No, he's not on top of me, but is he right there by the horses?
Oh yeah, it's right like by you. Holy cow!
Yeah.
I forgot about these things.
Okay. 18 plus 3, 21 to hit.
That hits.
Okay, and slash with these guys. So let me find my. There they are. Got them. Three plus Dex. 2d4 slashing. So do I roll? Sorry, we're assuming I'm using both, right? Both hands and going R, or is that a double attack?
It would be an extra attack, but you don't have that feature. So
Okay.
yeah, you only get one attack on these things.
One hand. So I wrote down 2d4 slashing, but did you really mean 1d4 then?
No, it's 2d4. These
Oh, it
things
is
have a
2d4.
slash.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
They are strength based, I believe.
Yes, which gives me
Well,
no.
actually, they are fingertip things. They could be dex based. Yeah.
Dex? I wrote down.
I'm gonna go strength based. I'm gonna go strength based though.
Okay, fair enough. 3 plus 3 plus nothing. So 6 damage.
6 damage, pretty good. You instinctively in a rage go into like one of your side pockets, slip the hand on the glove immediately, like raking through some of your pants, and then just slash it across the snout.
Yep.
Nice move. All right. Sly and Squally, please go next.
Okay, Sly's gonna go into a rage now that he got bit. He's pissed at that, so black smoke's gonna start building out and his claws are just gonna like lash out. I know I tricked you that one time into allowing my dual wield to count with my claws. Is that still happening? Or
I mean, I called it. I said it. I said it.
It did work the one time, so it did.
If you're going into your rage
I
and
am
you
in a
want
rage.
to go your claw route, yes,
I was gonna go
totally
regardless.
works.
Okay, sweet.
Because that gives you 4 attacks.
Yes.
That works.
Yeah, because I get
dual wheel is so perfect.
Yeah, as a dual wielder, I get a bonus. I can attack with 2 weapons. I have extra attack, and then with my claws feet, I attack twice with them. Okay, so I'm gonna put my dagger away, or just kind of like let it drop. Don't really care at this part right now. And there are 2 wolves on top of me.
Yeah, you are now prone on the ground. Your weapons out of your hands. You go into that rage stance.
Do I still
and
have a hand on my sword?
good. You know what? You don't. But
Do I have
please
my
roll a
dagger?
wisdom saving throw for me, please.
If I don't have my sword, do I have my dagger? Or am I like
I mean,
out of weapons?
I'll say for the sake of it, you're out of the weapons, but you got 4
Oh,
attacks
okay.
with your claws if you want to go with it.
Oh, I can still do the 4? Because I only get the bonus with it because I'm dual wielding.
I mean, but the thing is, you get 4 attacks though with your claws in general, right? Though, isn't that
No,
what
I
it
get
was?
2. No, so the way I tricked you is because I was able to trick you into saying I was dual wielding when I had my sword and my claw, as that was 1 attack on either side.
I see. I see.
And
Go
because
ahead then, and let's say your dagger is in your hand then.
my
So your
dagger's in my hand?
dagger's
Okay, cool. And you said
Yeah.
a wisdom saving throw?
Wisdom saving throw.
4.
Yeah, you're not leaving until these fucking wolves are dead in the ground.
Okay, cool.
Black smoke coming off of you.
So I'm prone. Where are these 2 wolves? They're just like on top?
Yeah, they're kind of like bent, like on top of you. You can use half your movement to stand up, otherwise your attacks will have disadvantage.
Okay, yeah, I'll do that. Okay, I'll stand up and then I'll start swinging at whatever's the fuck's closest. Yeah. Okay, dagger attack. Oh. 8.
Oh, good reminder, Wystera too. You roll a d4 for radiant damage.
Oh, jeez. Thank you.
I think Emil gets it too. So
Thank you. Forgot.
1d4s all the way around for weapon attacks.
2 radiant. Thank you, Liam.
8 and D6. 8 and 6.
Oh.
Do those hit?
Nope.
There's a 19 and a 16.
Yes.
Okay, so I miss both times with my dagger, and then I just start swinging with my meat claws. How much damage did I get for it?
And what'd you get, Wystera, for that extra radiant?
Oh, sorry. 2.
Very good, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay,
And you roll an extra d4 for yourself, Sly.
roll the next one.
You get
So
to roll d4s because you have the
right.
Crusader. Yeah.
Great. Okay. 4,
each damage die.
5. Let's roll the d4. That's 12 damage, including the radiant.
Total.
Total damage I rolled was 12.
Sure. So the one that's like got you on your thigh muscle, you stand up as that creature's like bit into you. You gouge your thumbs into its eye sockets as you lift it up, and then blue light emanates as you slam it back onto the ground and turn to the remaining wolf.
Sick. Yep, sick. Let's let out a big roar at it.
So at this point, I'll cut to you in a moment here, Squally. Kari's gonna rush in and just chuck a javelin, missing one of the wolves here as she begins to rush in. Eren, you just hear his voice. He's just like, "Wolves again!" And he just like comes right towards it. Squally, it's your turn.
I would like to cast spiritual weapon.
Sounds good.
And I can also pull out my crossbow, right?
Yeah, you can.
Cool. So crossbow first. Are all the wolves on on Sly right now? Sorry.
There's one on Sly. There's 2 on Emil, one of which he wounded. There's one on no, there's one on. Yeah, there's 2 on Emil, 1 on Sly, 1 on Wystera, and then 1 on you.
Right. Okay. How close is it? It's on top of
It's
me.
adjacent to you, yeah.
I can still use my crossbow.
Disadvantage on the roll.
Bummer. Maybe I'll just use the hammer then, since I'm already using it.
Sounds good. Yeah.
Hammer to the one in front of me, spiritual weapon to the one on Sly.
Sounds good.
Yeah, hammer first. 13.
That hits.
Yes. And it's a weapon.
It's a weapon.
Weapon.
Ooh, 7 damage.
Ooh, and you added the extra D4 for yourself on that?
Indeed.
Wonderful. Good hit.
Spiritual weapon count as a weapon?
It's a bonus attack. It's a weapon. It's a magical weapon attack.
Does that still count with a D4?
No, it would not.
No? Okay.
Allies, not. It's not a friendly spiritual weapon. Just that. It's not like a ally.
I see. Okay. Spiritual weapon. Sorry. I have it open here. I just have to remember. There we go. How to use this. Okay, perfect. Does, again, a 13 hit?
Yes, it does. It
Right.
just hits.
On a hit. 5 damage.
On the same one?
No, on the one that's on Sly with my spiritual weapon.
Okay, yeah. So you get 5 damage on that one. So yeah, you wound that one with the arrowhead, the silver arrowhead stabs right into it. Eren coming up on your flank, not going into a rage, is going to attack the same wolf that you were fighting. He's got a strength of 4, I believe. 4, that's 4 plus 3, it's 7. That's 13. That just hits. Coming at it with 2 hands. So you tee it up with the Crusader's mantle, backhanding this wolf, and he just slams it right into the ground, like, bing! And then he's gonna come back around and try to hit the other. Let's see, can he reach one of the other wolves? I don't think he can if he came up on your side. So I think. Let's see. No, he can't reach the other ones. Okay, so that means we have 1, 2, 3, 4 wolves remaining. The one wolf is gonna try to run away from Emil. Emil's going to try to attack it. He hits it. All right, that does 7 damage. So that wolf is booking it now back into the woods. Now there is one on Sly, the one on Wystera. Oh, there's 2 on Emil. Then the other one that was wounded is also going to start running. So 2 wolves are running into the woods. The one on Sly is attacking him, and the one on Wystera is attacking him or her. That's a mod 20 to hit you, or that's a 21 to hit you, Sly.
It's
Okay, you take 9 points of piercing damage, reduced to 4. Make a strength saving throw again. And the one that's attacking Wystera is still prone. That is a 17 to hit you, Wystera.
Yep.
That is 9 points of piercing damage onto you.
yeah, it's a 15 for saving throw.
15. All right, you are able to stay upright. Alrighty, comes back to you guys here. Ezmerelda looks at the situation. She looks at you, Wystera, and says, "You got it, right?"
Yes.
She casts a firebolt down to one of the ones that's running away, hits it
Awesome.
for 7 points of damage. Takes out one of the wolves that was escaping. Let's see here. Emil. There's the one on Sly. So Emil's going to come over to the one on you, Sly, for a natural 19. Yeah, he comes around on that one, and as you're like, as it bites into you, he grabs it from the spine, throws it into a nearby tree, and kills it.
Cool.
We just have, there's one on Wystera, and The one that's running away. So Wystera, go ahead and make an attack roll.
21.
Oh, that hits.
Yeah, gonna scarecrow clawed again. Right
I'll
across.
say you're
the-
getting up at this moment too, so that you're not getting the disadvantage on the attack.
Oh, okay, thank you.
I just totally forgot about that too for you.
3 plus 2 is 5 plus Squally is 1. 6 damage right across the snap.
Ooh. Light blue energy comes from the side of the claws as it kind of like trinkles like a little bit like a light surge, streaks off, blinds the wolf, and it collapses to the ground.
I yell at it again.
All right. Sly, you see one of the wolves taken off into the woods.
How far is it?
A full wolf sprint, that's 80 feet. You were near adjacent to it, so about 80 feet away.
80 feet. It's the last wolf.
Yeah.
And I'm still
Fireball.
raging. I'm gonna dash for it.
All right, what's your dash
So-
speed?
Well, my speed is 40.
Oh, sweet. So you're rushing off into the wilderness and able to keep up
Sorry.
with this here wolf.
So if I dash, can I tackle it?
Go ahead and make an athletics check.
That's a 22.
Hell yeah.
I rolled a modded 20 with the wolf. As you streak and grab and dig into the mud with it, you hold it back as it's like kind of snapping back at you. I will say you are prone for this to be able to grab it. But it's going to try to attack you with advantage in the woods. That's a modded 20 again.
It's
You take 6 reduced to 3 points of piercing damage as it snaps at your fingertips. Sly, you want to go ahead and attack this thing?
Yeesh. Yeah, I'll go with my dagger and claws again.
Sounds good.
7. 9. Does that hit?
Oh, no.
9 doesn't hit. Cap. 11.
Nope.
10. Fuck.
Oh.
Single thing. Are you fucking kidding me?
So in the process, is anybody chasing after Sly at this moment?
Wystera can't.
No, Squally can't either, but I was hoping my spiritual weapon could go, but it's only 60 feet.
Mm-hmm. Eren's the only person that would be rushing, but he's still too slow behind because he's got I think 35, so he's about 10 feet away. He'd have to chuck something, but doesn't have any thrown weapons. So this wolf is going to try to attack you, Sly, but just a normal attack. Oh, that's a 19.
Ah.
Yup.
You take 3 more points of piercing damage.
That's already reduced.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. Can I attack it again?
You can. I will also say you could if you oh no, in your rage it's well, here's the thing. I'm going to ask you, does Sly want to take this, or with Eren coming up, do you want to give advantage to Eren so that he can strike it?
Huh.
Giving him the help action.
I don't know if Sly notices Eren coming.
Yeah.
I think I'm just gonna go for this right now.
Sounds good. You go
Try
for
and
the
kill
attack.
Okay.
Emil at this point is running into the woods right here.
That doesn't
Catching up
hit.
to you guys.
15,
That hits.
17, and a 6.
All right, 2 of those hit.
Okay. First with the dagger. That's 7. Claw 3. And then
The Squally.
yeah. It's 11 points damage total.
All right. So as this creature bites in, you turn your fingertips, pull it again. The black smoke fills up the creature, and then you split the wolf down the middle, like right alongside of its body and toss it off to the side.
Nasty.
Nasty.
Cool. Now that I'm kind of, that's the last wolf, right?
Yes.
Cool. Can I start like skinning it to get the hide?
You want to skin the torn apart wolf to get that hide?
Well, is there one that's less torn apart, like back at the carriage? With the
Yeah, sure. You
wagon?
can start skinning
Cool.
some
I'm
wolves
gonna
over there.
find. I'm gonna find the like a
I
couple
think you
good wolves
much-
and just start
pretty much
start skinning them for the pelts.
ruined
Sure.
that hide.
Before you do that, Eren comes up to you, checks in. Sly, you okay? You're good?
As I just like just starts panting, and, like the black smoke just starts slowly fading out, just like listen. Yeah. And just walks back.
As you're going, Eren begins to go. Emil comes up to you, catches you in his hybrid form, and then you hear him, or you see him kind of like begin to revert to his human form. But he says in that kind of mid-wolf kind of combination, he says, "You notice this, right?" And he shows you the spots where the wolves bit into him. There's no blood markings. There's nothing that's showing any signs of real scarring or anything. Like the indents from the wolf's skin, like there's like no cause of harm to him at all. And he just says to you, "I'm noticing a lot of the opposite right here."
Okay, wait, how many times did I get attacked? That's like shit, that was like 3, 4.
You get about 4 times, but he's showing you, he's pointing at all of the scars on your body.
Yeah, I know that. I'm just trying to think of how many new ones I just got. Okay.
You got a lot on your fingers. Your knuckles look pretty.
Just my hands and knuckles are scraped up pretty much. Okay.
And your thigh and your
Okay.
shoulder and your
Okay.
shoulder muscle.
Does the black smoke come out of the scars? Is that a thing? I thought of it and it grossed me out for a second.
That would make sense. Otherwise, I think when it gets really like if he's just kind of like getting upset, it just starts to like plume out of him. Just like it looks like he's like, you know, when you like be in a hot tub and like jump in snow and then it looks like there's steam coming off you. It's like that. But then when he gets really mad, it starts coming out of the like it looks like it's pouring out of his scars when he's in like full blind rage.
That's gross.
Yeah.
Emil says, "It's a lot easier to chase after things when you know they can't hurt you. It's a lot easier to do that. And I can see you're pretty strong in with the rest of the group, but there's still something. It's not like that little guy. I think there is something missing, and I think it's missing with you." He says, "Once you're done in this little winery space, you come with me." And he's going to do this. This is what he does. As you're coming out, Sly, he whispers and he says, "Follow my tracks." He comes out.
Is he walking away
out.
from me?
He's walking away from you now, yes.
As he's walking away, I'm just gonna say, yeah, it might be easier, but where's the sport in that? And I'm gonna turn away, and then I'm gonna make sure he sees me like skinning these wolves.
Go ahead and make an intimidation check on that.
That's better work.
Damn.
It's better work.
Ooh.
That's only a 12.
He's roll the thing here. He looks at you and gives you a big smile.
Huh.
You've not seen Emil smile before. Kind of gives you a little knowing smile. When you say, "Where's the sport net?" He goes over to the area and he just says, "I saw there was a few more wolves back there. Seem to be like running back to report something. Looks like they were trying to go back to a group, another pack. I'm gonna go chase them down." Shit! Holy shit!
Interesting.
Is that just into the
Ezmerelda,
forest, or is that going to be to like another settlement? Do we know? Or is
Hmm?
does it look like it's just going to the forest?
it looks like it's just going deeper into the forest.
Yeah,
And Sly, you can make an insight check with advantage.
yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
Did Squally get anything from Ezmerelda?
Like gifts or anything? No.
Like based on the stuff that we found?
No, you guys never even divvied that out. You didn't really talk much about that. What'd you get, Sly?
17.
That's exactly what he rolled. You know for a fact there's nothing there. There weren't even any wolves there. He's trying to get away from the group right now so that he can go somewhere else and then you can go find him. He goes off into the space. As Wystera, as you are getting up from where you've like kind of fallen down, Ezmerelda whispers and says to you, "He's up to something. You need to watch out. If anyone tries to leave or if goes on their own, make sure they don't. Because I think he's trying something." She gets off. She leaves the wagon up over here. She says, "I will make sure that the wagon is safe, and I will fire off." She just starts loading up the musket. "I'll start firing off if I notice anything coming back from us." And she winks at you, Wystera, but not like, that wink, but it's a knowing wink. Go tend to your business. Then go tend to your business, and then come back when you're done.
Question.
Answer.
Do I have any kind of sewing or fashion proficiency for my dress excursion?
Oh
I'm trying
my
to remember.
gosh.
I don't know if we gave you proficiency yet because you haven't done it. You've just simply made sketches.
So
You can sew?
yeah,
Your character can
can't
sew?
remember when I sewed, but I
What?
definitely sewed.
Sick.
When did I do that, DM? I had
You were
some
trying to
sort of-
help. You were trying to help the wedding dress maker before, and I don't know if it was working very well or not.
Probably not, because I was getting in the way.
Yeah.
It wasn't working well.
What was her name again? Delane.
Uh,
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Delania. Not Delaney.
Return to Stitches. Itzhak, Erwin, Danik.
Elisnia.
Elisnia.
Elisnia, yeah.
Yeah, that was it. Yep. So Sly, Noah, you and I both know that. You and I both know our dad is a man who practices hunting and skinning things.
Yeah.
Not for a living.
I
but
was gonna
does it.
say, are we resting so Sly can set up like a fire to start tanning these hides?
Go ahead and make a survival check for me first.
Are we well, is the group gonna plan on sticking here, or am I just skinning these and bringing a bunch
I mean,
of
you
hides?
can skin them, and you're safe with Ezmerelda being here. But the rest of the group, you guys can go down to the Wizard of Wines if you want to.
I presume that I can find some material to wrap around my Achilles tendon.
Yes, you could actually. You could be able to actually go into Ezmerelda's space and treat yourself just to that.
All right, so I'll take a minute to do that. Then I'm gonna be a few minutes doing that.
Absolutely. Survival check, Sly.
Oh, sorry. 24.
How many of these pelts do you want?
How big are these wolves?
They are, I mean, they're about mid-size. If you stood them up, they'd probably face up basically near your chest, kind of like mid-pec range. Probably like 4.5 to 5 feet long.
Hey.
The more you pick, the
I'm
longer
gonna-
you're going to be here, essentially.
Yeah, I'll take 3. Including that one I really mangled. Like, how bad was that last one I killed?
You tore that one from like hot dog bun style.
Oh, it's like right down the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like not,
Oh,
yeah, from
like-
its mouth. You grabbed both sides of its mouth and split it and
Ooh,
opened it.
okay. Okay, because I've got a plan for what to
God.
do with some of them. But like,
I'll help you make a cape.
okay, Sly's gonna go over to Squally and wait, not yet. Not yet. I don't have it all figured out. Sly's still on the planet spot.
Also, I thought of another team name can be Wolf Wasters. I put it in the chat, just throwing that out there as well.
Ooh, we do be killing lots of wolves.
We've been killing
We
a
have
lot.
been killing a lot of wolves.
Eren says we killed 17 wolves.
In one time, and then we just killed
now
8 more. So we're
9
at
more.
9 more. And there's been times before. So we're at least
a
we've
couple
wasted
of
at
them, I
least
think.
30 wolves.
We're like
That's what I'm
we're like
saying.
we're like the Wolfmen or something like that. We're like the
Wolf.
Wolf.
Okay, I'm gonna take
Wolf.
I'm gonna take 3 wolf pelts.
Okay. If you take 3, everyone else, you guys could while Sly's doing this, you guys can stick around with Sly. We'll take some time to do this, Sly, probably like an hour to get 3.
Oh yeah.
But if you guys want to wait for Sly or leave, you guys can take like a short rest here and then go to the wines, or you can go straight to the wines without waiting.
Yeah, up
think
to you guys. I'm down to just go to the Wizards.
since Wystera is, I think, fuck, he's gonna get punched in the face again. Wystera takes a short rest.
For sure. Feel free to use as many hit dice as you want to expend. I'll say Sly, you're pretty active in something, so you wouldn't be able to. But yeah, after a short rest, taking the time that you need, you guys are able to go down to the Wizard of Wines should you so choose.
Yeah, after the short rest, absolutely.
Okay. Anybody else following Wystera? Eren will.
Are we all going to the Wizard of Wines?
So you're done the wolf pelts, or because I don't want to leave you. I wouldn't leave you all by yourself up there.
Yeah, like we'd all go.
I'm trying to think. DM, how far do I know how far Emil went?
You don't know. You know that he was saying that you could track his movements, and that was it.
So Wystera is going to keep an eye on Sly, given what Ezmerelda said. Pretending to continue to fuck with her ankle.
Can I make a quick would that be survival check to see if I can find his tracks, or did
You would
he?
need to commit. You would need to commit to going into that side of the woods.
And everyone's just around right now.
Yeah.
Make a choice.
I'm gonna finish up with these pelts, and then I'm gonna go find him, and I'm just gonna tell the group that hey, Emil's been gone. I'm gonna look for him.
Should we split up?
Wystera
If you guys are taking a rest here, you guys can wait here. It shouldn't be long.
I don't think that is a good idea.
Kari's like, Sly, I don't think we should let you go on your own.
I don't think it is a good idea at all, but especially not on your own. He is not to be trusted. I get it, but he's not to be trusted.
Emil, wait. DM, did Emil say anything about just going alone, or did he just say follow my tracks?
He said, follow my tracks. That's what he said to you, but you alone.
You don't think that is even a little bit suspicious?
Seems quite suspicious.
Oh, I absolutely think it is. I just don't know if, as helpful as he is in certain circumstances, I don't trust him being out on his own right now. Where we can't see him and where he could be infecting more.
I think that's what he wants to do to you.
If you want to come and hang back at a distance in case he tries something, I think I could handle myself with it.
Do you think it's
handle anything that comes on? I do think that is something he is considering.
Do you think it is urgent, or it could wait after the wizards?
Yes. Excellent
I
idea.
could, yeah, I could wait.
Yes. Yes, yes.
Okay. Then we can go. Then we can, yeah. I'm not sure.
There?
I don't know how long he's planning. I kind of want to have this conversation away from Ezmerelda.
Okay, fair enough.
Esmeralda's watching her.
Is she?
Watching the wagon.
She's watching the wagon. We're opposite side. Yeah. I don't know how long or when he's going to be expecting me to show up.
Let's go and then.
Okay. Quick question: how tall is each person?
Are you oh, this is so cute! You're making them.
Wait.
Okay. Eren's like a little bit like 2 foot, 3
Eren's
foot,
like,
maybe.
Yeah, like halfling's got to be like 2 foot something, right?
I'm 5, but I slouch, so make it like 4 and a half.
How tall is this?
Wystera is 5'3".
It's just 5'3", and how tall is Kari?
Kari's about like a 5 foot. I'd say 5'5", 5'6".
Sounds right. That's right.
How is Wystera so short?
Sorry?
How is Wystera so short?
I was pictured Wystera as being like almost as tall as Sly, and Sly's only like 6'2".
Me too. That's what I've been picturing this whole time.
I've been picturing Wystera as like this tall. I don't know if it's just the way you like carry them, but
he's got tall tiefling energy.
I'm just doing bad quick
energy.
sketches of the guy, and Eren looks like a penguin.
Can we?
Okay.
I want to see
in time. Okay, but wait. Shoot.
What the hell is that?
It went.
Unblur your background.
Yeah.
I want to see.
There's just my quick sketch of Eren next to Sly.
Ha!
Okay.
My quick.
I'm just giving him just a quick little smile. I'm assuming he's got a beard. He's a halfling. And he's got his big old shield there. And his,
Anyway, who's going to the Wizard of Wines?
I think we all are, aren't we?
We all are. We've
Thank
talked
God.
about it.
Everybody.
Thank God. Okay.
Yeah.
So as Sly is sketching on the road, going down to the Wizard of Wines, you guys begin to make your way over to it. And you all notice passively that one of the windows in the front of the winery is broken.
Oh dear. Can I?
Oh,
No, go ahead.
no, please finish. Go ahead.
I didn't know what I was gonna do, so you go.
Okay, all right. I'm curious how the winery looks in relation to the last time we saw it. Is it looking better? Is it looking worse? Like besides the broken window?
It looks like there seem to be some construction elements kind of being laid out. Like it seems like some trees were being cut down to kind of get some reinforcements, and then those reinforcements have been abandoned. There's like tools that are kind of scattered around here, but one of the glasses for the home is broken. You can make an investigation check to inquire more, or a perception check just to notice.
I think I'd like to investigate because it sounds by what you're saying that they did get a little hopeful, at least try, even if it wasn't successful. So I will take a investigation check. Wow, that's a +3, Liam.
Okay. +3 to what?
What? Investigation.
Yeah. Well, +3 to what did you roll?
It's just a
That's
three.
great to know. You got a
Oh, I
+3.
see
I'd
what
love
you're
to know what
saying.
you rolled, though.
Yeah, I rolled a 1.
Ah.
Did I leave that part out?
Yeah.
I'd love to have known that part too.
Why didn't you leave with that?
I mean, what you notice, it looks like, so you come up to the space and you look, and part of you feels, I don't think Wystera is kind of capable of really the feeling of this, but looks at it. You go into the home for the Wizard of Wines. You open the door. The door is already opened. So you open, it's not locked. You go into the winery itself. And there's no one here. And you start to go through the space and you go,
No.
they abandoned it.
Oh,
and it looks like the Martikov family has run and left the winery.
Okay, so no signs of them being killed there.
No, it looks like the winery has been completely abandoned and that they are nowhere to be found here. You look around and you can see that there's like a couple knocked over chairs, and it looks like someone out of anger like threw like the chairs off to the side. They just kicked it. The whole space just looks like it was completely abandoned and overtossed, like from rage, frustration, just crestfallenness. You can go into the back area and you actually see all the materials that they were pulling for these things were not like harvested from cut down trees, but the dead tree in the back, like where the giant tree was.
Yep.
Yeah.
That one dead tree. Giant tree.
Wystera is again pissed. Stomps her feet. What are we doing? She just stomps outside.
I guess Wystera wasn't a part of our conversation, hey?
No.
kind of be like, hey, so we had like this really great emotional talk and you missed it.
No character development for Wystera.
He just sits on the ground.
Well, should we look for a meal and potentially look for them? Kari? Any
Kari just kind of looks at Wystera. Do you think they really just left?
Not without being forced.
What do you mean?
Well, I assume. Well, they would not leave if they could make wine and make a profit, or were not being ravaged by wolves probably every day, night. This just seems like everything in this. Everybody loses hope around here eventually.
don't think we have that luxury.
Well, I can tell you what I don't want our name to be. And that's where we're going to end the session tonight.
Ha! Wizards of the Winery?
Losers of
Card. Fan 4 stick. We did it, guys.
Losers in the
It's-
woods.
Pit of despair.
I
Oh,
was thinking more of we hopeless few, but you know,
Yeah, that's fair.
yeah, some shit like that.
I don't know. I'm kind of on the wolf wasters
Wolf.
train right now.
Oh.
Although I really liked my first one.
We are the Walking Dead. Wow. That's all that was coming through my mind the whole time through.
right.
I mean, honestly though, 3 of us are.
That's
Yeah,
true. That's true. Just for planning, 2 of the wolf pelts I'm gonna cut in half. So there's like a
Nice.
front half and a back half. So
Woohoo!
to figure out, so I can figure out the fashions of all that. Gang. But also, Eren's thing's just gonna be like a total like shawl that's gonna cover him pretty much. Because you said they're like 5 feet tall, the wolves. You can
Yeah.
cut in half. That's 2.5 feet. So that's like his height.
Yeah.
So
It's like, where did Eren go? Oh, he's wearing that coat.
it's just basically gonna be a snuggie for him.
Just a pair of eyes.
I am
He's got a
so
comfy poncho.
for the fact that I gave you that big speech about like a common identity, and then you're making us freaking
I'm not.
outfits.
Sly can't come up with a name, but he'll
Team
make
uniforms.
the uniform. He'll come
I
up
think
with the team
that's
uniform.
amazing. Squally's gonna cry. He's gonna be so happy. He's gonna be like,
And
Okay, you said
That's so-
Wystera is 5'3". Does Wystera have horns? Because you're a tiefling. Do tieflings have horns?
yep.
Just a sec.
I love how now we've returned to math, and I'm loving this.
Whoa. All right. Well, that doesn't look. I'm doing a much rougher sketch. So don't. I just need the height.
Let's see yours.
I haven't
Oh.
drawn Squally in yet, and
Remember
here's what I
he-
got right now. Here's the gang.
Is that
Squally's
Kari's
gonna
chainmail?
go. Yeah,
you gotta
said we
finish this
can't-
before we leave. You gotta
Ah,
keep
shoot.
going.
Okay.
Oh my
Also,
god.
Squally has a beak. Actually,
Squally does have a beak. I know that, and Squally has like a hood already.
you know
which is
what's
what
funny? I
Squally
literally
said,
drew these.
how tall is Squally? Oh, just
Oh.
like an actual bird.
I drew those a while ago.
Oh, Kylah.
Oh, he's an actual bird.
I was thinking more like, you know, like
What?
Disney cartoon.
I love
bird.
your pictures too, Noah.
Thanks.
That's so funny.
Oh.
Oh, you were thinking like Tweety Bird kind of thing, not like a
Not
real,
Tweety. I mean,
Oh, I'm a freaking
like
raven.
a human baby
yeah, I thought it
head,
was
but with
more
a
like,
beak.
yeah, but it's like the way Sly's a cat. He doesn't look like an actual cat.
Yeah,
No,
that's
I look like a full
You
like
look like a full-on
Yeah, you look
raven already.
Oh man.
But
Oh,
do you
I
have
even
like
have my
do you have little
hands or
bird
wings. Like
Yeah, I know you have wings, but do you have like little crow feet too?
yeah.
You're just a man-sized
Oh,
bird. Like how
actually, no, I have boots on, but I don't know what I have under those boots. No, I just have chicken
like
legs
zipper
and
boots. There's zipper boots for your claws. You ride
he's got
the
little
zipper
chicken legs.
along.
I never
Because
thought
now
of
I'm just
my
gonna picture like
feet.
Squally
Never
walking
think of
around,
your
just tick,
feet?
tick, 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 tick.
Okay, wait, I have a picture of exactly what I think Squally looks like.
And you said how
Here.
tall is
I don't want this
How tall
recording
is-
to end.
how
He's
tall
like
I
is
want this to
five,
keep
Squally?
going.
five. He's technically 5 feet, but I would say
5 feet, but you
5.
slouch.
this
Okay.
is just
Yeah.
as exciting as the hypotenuse evening.
Okay, so you're
I
like
know, right?
you're twice as tall as Eren. So you're just about there. Okay.
I
Again.
found like this thing. I gotta send it to you guys because like I found a little picture that was.
I'll just put 2
literally-
question marks by where Squally's feet are gonna be. Just-
Oh my god, this
I-
is hilarious.
I can't draw wings.
Ben's is killing me.
I know, right?
I'm trying.
Oh, take your time. There's no rush.
Yeah, take your time.
Oh, I didn't.
This is
I'll
meant-
come up with something more. If we want.
Delaying my excitement over the
And okay, you said Zisha has like curly horns there.
this is like one of those live artist things where they draw it and they're drawing it upside down and then they turn the picture over at the
It's
end.
not as impressive as that.
So exciting.
This is amazing. I was honestly just gonna
Okay,
say, regarding your guys' XP, hey, if you guys are doing stuff, I want to write this down because I will.
Do tiefling have like hoofs? Or is it actual feet? Yeah? Okay.
Oh, I friggin' found it. Okay, no, he does totally have crow feet.
He does? Well, I put 2
Yeah, I would
question
think
marks
so.
on my drawing right now.
Okay, so I found this a long time ago, but this is very much exactly what Squally would look like. Except maybe a longer beak, because he's a raven, not really a crow. I'm gonna send it in the group chat.
Yeah.
So regarding the social XP that I was talking to you guys about, I did this calculation because what I do with it is I always give people like 200 experience points for like developing social relationships with other PCs when they're like justified and stuff. And you guys have been doing that through the campaign, but I've just not rewarded it because I didn't think I would want to do a system for it. But then I was like, you know what, I will. So Wystera, you get 400 extra experience points.
Make something for
thank you.
Twitch as well.
Very kind.
How big is Twitch?
Oh, Twitch is
Yay, big.
5 inches.
yeah, 6 inches. Maybe.
Already.
Yeah. No, more than that. What do
But,
you imagine Twitch, Liam? I think like 6-7 inches.
No, Twitch got bigger. Twitch became an actual like, I would say like 1.5 feet tall.
Oh,
When did Twitch get bigger?
When they returned that one time with the scroll for Grixinoth.
Right.
Oh.
I forgot all about that. Yeah, Twitch used to be about 6,
Mhm.
7 inches tall, but not anymore.
And now Twitch kind of sits like perched on your arm like a toucan kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay.
So 400 for Wystera. Make sure you write that down.
Yep, got it.
Sly gets an extra 200.
Okay.
Kari gets 200, as does Eren, and Squally gets an additional 250 because again, when Squally had that thing with Wystera, you took that whole time to make that whole speech thing, and I was just like, that was really good. So there.
I did. Oh man, that was funny. The sassy speech.
Mm,
Do y'all remember that? 'Cause
sassy speech.
when we were just dissing each other for like a whole day.
Absolutely.
All right, here's the rough sketch.
Woo!
Ready.
Here we go.
All right.
Oh my god, the bird. That's
It's
Um,
perfect.
I wasn't too sure,
I can't
Um,
see it because
so I just put question marks for feet. And
actually that kind of works.
it kind of does work. And then I just kind of drew a little quick twitch up there. I think
Oh my god, I love my horns.
I love
Yeah,
her
they curl in.
knees. What happened
'Cause
to
they're-
Victor's
because
knees?
she's got hoof feet,
Got
that
horse
works.
legs.
I'll buy
right?
that.
She's got like little like hoof feet, is what Mr. said.
It's a satyr.
That's what
thought
I.
maybe it's
When
like-
you said hoof feet, that's what I assumed, and then I just made, I don't know,
It's
a couple
perfect.
blobs for Kari and Eren, and then I'll figure out what to do for the outfits. But
Love it.
Oh my god.
you guys, and then
That is outstanding, Noah.
there we go. So
Noah.
Sly went from saying, "Guys,
Oh.
we don't need a name because we're just all gonna die and we'll lose it," to now he's making outfits for
I love that. That is
a uniform.
perfect.
Sly,
Sly's making.
I'm trying to
uniforms.
think. I think for this moment, I have to just give you an give.
just so he can roll up to the dressmaker and
Yes.
be like, "You could have had this."
You're
That's
I think
gonna walk up, like swish your cape, and then just walk away.
Listen to
oh,
the
this
DM.
whole thing.
Listen to the DM.
But I don't know. Like, here's the thing. I have in my mind like personal story arcs for people to be like, this will give you a level. I'm genuinely thinking if Sly pursues this to the fullest extent, I don't know if it's gonna just result in either me giving you proficiencies and shit, or if it's gonna be me giving you a level and saying, Sly, congratulations. I don't know.
I have a proficiency in rowboating. I forget how we got that, but I remember me being like, "I'm gonna row this boat." I forget
Oh,
what
it's
the
in the
context
lake.
of it.
It was in the lake when we were
Yeah.
looking for the
Yeah, water vehicle rowboats as a
Yeah,
proficiency.
so I just have a proficiency in rowboating now.
In my
And
other
I have for a
campaign,
while.
we had a character, a barbarian, who took a cooking class and actually gained like cooking skills.
God, I think I
Okay,
gotta
so-
give you something. I'm gonna give you an inspiration die, so you have an automatic
Sick.
inspiration die for.
For the
Sick.
making of these items.
This
Yes.
just came
For
in.
only these items. I want this to happen, so you have an
Yeah,
inspiration die. for this.
This
Mr.
is
got one of
giving me
those
a
too.
weird existential crisis. But how the fuck does Squally hold a hammer? This
That's a really good question.
That's the
It's
question
like-
that. That's the
just-
question that.
He has
Aaron's-
a-
because if you just have wings, you don't have thumbs.
Okay, no. Look at the thing I sent. Look at the character thing because it's
This is
holding.
this is the thing that Aaron's voice in his head has been battling with him for a while.
You can see in the one where
Oh,
he's
okay.
walking, he like has hands at the end of the wings. You see what I mean?
Just the one of him. Yeah, I see. One of him just like looking at the flower is just exactly what I picture Squally always doing.
Right? That
like
is
looking at-
why when I found this, I was like, this
Okay.
is Squally.
Okay.
I feel like I
That's
need
more
to
what
change
I
it.
envisioned for
too.
Squally and not just an actual bird. that
I mean
you-
that it is an actual bird.
Yeah, but that's more what I imagine being like somewhat cartoony and not like an anatomically accurate.
I mean
bird, like
it's still
Nat
got
Geo.
crow's feet
It's still, yeah,
and
but-
wings.
that's different than just like a man-sized bird.
I think more like Robin Hood, I guess. Yeah. Like
Yeah, that's what like
I didn't realize that's what you meant. Yes.
I meant more like it's an animal, but it's like Disney style where it's like It's
You
very
know when
cool.
Robin Hood dresses up as a crane to try and fool
Yeah.
everyone? Yeah,
Yeah,
same vibes.
there we go.
Oh, it's amazing. All right. Well, I think with that, I'm
Yeah.
gonna end the recording just so that we can get going here. But yeah, holy cow, amazing. And I thought it was gonna end on some stupid things. This is better than Fant Force Deck ever could be. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Take care, everybody. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
Stay tuned for our team name
Stay tuned for a
And
team
uniforms.
name
and uniforms. I'm sorry.
No,
I forget. My bad.
Never forget.